Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be doing the Book of Psalms and starting it. It's a very long book. It has 150 chapters, so I'm going to do multiple a day. So to start off, the Psalms is split into 5 books, and this is similar to the books of law. That's why the Psalms are called the Pentateuch of David, which Pentateuch means 5 books. The Psalms have many authors, but most notably it is David, Asaph, a worship leader that was signed by David. And then there's the sons of Korah, which are temple musicians. Korah rebelled against the authority of Moses and Aaron, and God judged him, allowing the earth to swallow him up and those who side with him. But his sons ended up living, and his later generations became prominent musicians. Now, throughout the Psalms, not specifically in this, but they are Psalms that are acrostic, which that means is alphabetical. So each line or verse or stanza begin with Hebrew letters. Alright, let's get started with Book 1, Chapter 1. The way of the righteous and the way of the wicked. Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scoffers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. He is like a tree planted by streams of water, that yields its fruit in its seasons, and its leaf does not wither. In all that he does, he prospers. The wicked are not so, but are like chaff that the wind drives away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. So, it is good to delight in the law of the Lord, and to not walk in the way of sinners. And it says here in verse 2, blessed is the one that meditates day and night on the law. Now, meditate is not just what you think like a yogi or a Buddhist monk. It is dwelling on the word, and it's sometimes seen as muttering it to yourself. Delighting in the Lord brings good fruit. And the one who dwells in the Lord's words, it is like a tree that's leaf does not wither away. Delighting in the Lord is delighting in a firm foundation. The wicked are tossed around like chaff, which is dust yielded from crops. They will not stand in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. The reign of the Lord's anointed. Why do the nations rage, and the people plot in vain? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and his anointed, saying, let us burst their bonds apart and cast away their cords from us. He who sits in the heavens laughs. The Lord holds them in derision. Then he will speak to them in his wrath and terrify them in his fury, saying, as for me, I have set my king on Zion, my holy hill. I will tell of the decree. The Lord said to me, you are my son, today I have begotten you. Ask of me, and I will make the nations your heritage, and the ends of the earth your possession. You shall break them with a rod of iron, and dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Now therefore, O kings, be wise, be warned, O rulers of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear, and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and you perish in the way, for his wrath is quickly kindled. Blessed are all who take refuge in him. The plans of the people are useless. It's described as vain, because they counsel against the Lord and his anointed. They refuse the rules that bind them, and God laughs at their foolishness because of them. And he terrifies them by setting a king who he will do anything for. And this is a warning to fear the Lord and rejoice. That is the end of Psalm 1 and 2. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and goodbye.